Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you very much for listening to this YouTube channel. Tuesday, June 6th, it's a rainy trading day. Our market closed lower today, down 41.71 points or down 0.64% to close at 6,479.93. Value turnover at 3.7 billion pesos. So as you know, today is also the day we announce that inflation settled at around 6.1%, slower than April's 6.6. But of course, this is higher compared to the same month last year at 5.4%. Of course, year to date, inflation is now at 7.5%. Of course, this is in line with expectations and market did not react on this news. No? So finally, uh, we are seeing that inflation has already peaked. No? So if we can contain inflation, no? So expect rate cut by next year. No? So market is always forward looking. So we need to factor in which sectors would benefit. No? So yun. Other than that, it's a boring day. No? There's nothing going on with the market. Uh, everyone's talking about the new Itbulaga, no? Which is hosted by Paolo Contis. Other than that, matamlay, no? GMA7 continues to drop. Now, of course, people are associating the drop because of the uh, revenues loss, no? Of because of the transfer of the new of Tito Vic and Joey to another channel. Of course, you cannot remove TVJ with Itbulaga, no? So talagang correlation na yan. But of course, yun nga, GMA 7, which, yun nga, they benefited when ABS-CBN lost their franchise last 2020. No? So, talagang yan ang sumipa. But you can clearly see in their earnings last year, which is an election year, that even though walang ABS-CBN, hindi talaga nag-benefit. They didn't really benefit and revenues slowed down. No? So right now, it continues to drop close to 8 pesos. Even with dividends, talo ko pa. I was able to get out alive. No? Kinap ko na yan eh. No? Of course, we bought a few days before the dividend announcement. Unfortunately, the dividend was quite disappointing. No? Diba? Election year eh. Tapos ganun na yung dividend nila. So anyway, DNL welcomes Carl Chua as their new independent director. At least a new bright guy. No? Carl Chua is, of course, used to be the undersecretary for NEDA and work for the World Bank. No? So DNL also announced some regular and special dividends. CLI launched the third and final tower of their Costa Mira beach town Panglao. So the first two towers were already 80% sold out. No? So the third and final tower is a yun nga, the total project is around 5.3 billion pesos. No? So the MSCI is also set to build a wind power plant in Semirara, FYI lang also. No? So Aboitiz Power also acquired more shares in their STG State Power, no? Increasing its stake to around 69.4%. No? So A-rate, we already discussed this. BPI, no? TEL. So on today's news, other than that, no, today is also the annual stockholders meeting of MPI. Of course, they're targeting. Of course, this might be the last stockholders meeting of MPI as a public company. Of course, they have plans of the listing. No? So okay, ano ba pinag-usapan doon? Not much, no? But of course, according to Mr. MVP, they're now close to selecting a new third-party valuation provider. Ano yung sabihin nito? It looks like na yung kinuha nilang third-party valuation, no, medyo mataas. They cannot really, I don't know if that's the case, no? But let's see if it is in line with their expectations, no? Of course, the tender offer price of 4 pesos and 63 centavos should be justified by a third-party valuation. My thoughts on this? It should be PSE who should be getting the third-party valuation provider. tapos reimburse na lang si PSE, not MPI. The problem there is, of course, the third party who will conduct the study. Who is their customer ba? It's MPI. Of course, their loyalty is with MPI. So how can you justify the valuation? If MPI's valuation right now is just it's a stake in Meralco. Of course, that's what I'm talking about when we acquired MPI last January. Of course, right now, I'm just rolling my profits here. Now, we sold most of my shares because there's a lot of uncertainty and there's a lot of opportunity in the market right now. No? By the way, no, today is also the day FTSE FTSE announced some rebalancing. No? So not much following, no, but still some fund managers track the FTSE index or FTSE. No? So yun. It's like this MSCI. But anyway, it's effective on June 16, closing of the business date. No? So anyway, expect outflow, no, for some of the stocks mentioned here. No? BPI will have an outflow of around $10.46 million. SM Prime will also have an outflow of around $2.4 million. BDO outflow of $2.2 million. Ali will also have an outflow of $1.8 million. No? Inflow for AC and ASEN. So AC, Ayala Corp will have an inflow of around $13.6 million. ASEN will have an inflow of around $3.4 million. For small caps naman, inflow for A-Rate and outflow for Robinson's Land. So, ulitin nyo na lang yan kung na-miss out nyo. So, not much following in FTSE, but it's still an outflow. No? Some funds, no? Lalo na yung mga European investors, doon talaga FTSE yung ginagamit nila. So, other than that, not much. No? So, SPNEC, Vulcan has still suspended. So, the right question here is in SPNEC, when will MPI increase their stake in SPNEC? At least this will solve the public float issue, no? So, yung 1 peso and 25 centavos was already consummated eh. Yung option to increase their stake, no? Post asset for shares swap o post increase in authorized capital stock, yun na lang talaga inaantay natin. Of course, di ba? Before naman, last November, people keep on asking when increase in authorized capital stock, di ba? Paulit-ulit every month. Right now, SPNEC has already got the approval for the increase in authorized capital stock. It's such a complicated process na talagang matrabaho yan. It doesn't happen overnight na bukas mag-increase tayo ng authorized capital stock. It doesn't happen like that, no? It's a long process that they need to change the process. Talagang hanapan mo ng butas eh, no? So there will be no asset for share swap but a pure acquisition, no? All cash basis. No? But of course the public float will drop. No? Yun yung ina-address na lang. No? Other than that, some pullbacks on some issues, no? So BHI, announced its plan, no, for Siargao, no? So they're planning to put 20 to 40 key Fridays properties as soon as possible at a low budget of around 50 to 120 million. No? So Holcim also launched an eco-friendly alternative to ordinary Portland cement as part of their efforts to decarbonize construction in the country. Tomorrow is also the annual stockholders meeting of FP, no, Pure Foods. PLDT, no, last night has an issue, no, walang internet, no, so they mentioned that yun nga, their partner in the submarine cable, no, is implementing additional capacity at least to restore the browser experience. No? Other than that, it's a boring day. No? So there's nothing we need to talk about, no? Hit Bulaga, no? Miami Heat, Denver, no? Boring talaga. So anyway, our passcode for today is It Bulaga. No? So thank you for supporting this channel, no? So, ayan. Oliver Wendelgo, Yonko Shaks, Jennifer, Rudy Salvatierra, WM, Gaming Central, Michael, John Edison Aquino, eto, H, JDN, Ray Toledo, ICL Real Resho, Jason Chan, and ERC. Again, thank you very much for listening. Stay safe. Bye.